I don't go in and say, oh, this is going to make billions of dollars and billions of dollars and that it's going to last for all this time. I do the best I can, I do what I think is exciting and will tell the story in the best possible way. I knew that people hadn't seen theater like this before. I had been creating elements of this in my other work, but on the scale of The Lion King, no. The variety of the 500 types of puppets or 500 characters here that we have, the animals, the stampede, all of that, it transcends culture. It's not an American piece, it's not a Japanese piece, it's not an African piece. It speaks across countries, religions, it speaks across theatricalities. I spent a year in Japan as well. There's inspiration from Japan in the costumes. There's inspiration from the bunraku Japanese puppet theater in Timon. There's inspiration from shadow puppets, ombre chinoise they're called, but that might be from Indonesia. Then there are the African masks. Then there is the dance from Jamaica, the dance from America, the modern dance. So our artists who created it are cross-cultural. We are many cultures together. But the piece itself can't be said that it belongs to one. It's not an American piece of theater, though I'm American. When we do it in China, in Chinese, it becomes a Chinese Lion King. They look the same, except the people's faces look different, but they own it. And we always adapt. Wherever we take the Lion King to whatever culture, there's always something that is adapted from that culture into it. So it becomes owned. But I also think the story is a human story that transcends as well. It's a mythic story, the Lion King, the prodigal son story, that the hero returns. I think that one of the greatest things that happened in the music of the Lion King is that the songs that Lebo created, some of these songs that weren't in the original movie, add a depth to the story and to the score that are, again, I don't have any other word, spiritual, let's use that instead of religious, that have a spirituality that is felt. What doesn't matter which religion you are, where you come from, you understand that idea of faith. Any age, race, gender, culture can understand the story. There's just no problem understanding the story. It is told through the imagery, the dance, the music, and it's told through the dialogue. But even if you didn't follow the dialogue, it would be an entertaining theatrical experience for the audience. It also, and this is really critical as an American, it transcended race. And before The Lion King, even African American performers who were on the stage on Broadway were playing African American parts. African Americans saw for the first time a black king, a white brother, Scar, because the actors who are playing the parts are visible. So you have to be constant, you're aware of that. This was probably the first show on Broadway where there were more African Americans on stage and it was not about racism and racial issues. And that is pretty extraordinary, but we did it. It's shocking to see it run for 20 years. It also gives me faith in human beings. It gives me faith that there still is a place for the arts, live theater, that it really has, it supersedes almost all the other forms. I love movies, but they're not live. And the fact that an audience wants that experience and craves that experience is really heartening.